All right, well, folks should be able to see us and hear us. We just got rid of that whole smell thing. It was just bad for everyone. But we're back tonight with some first edition Dungeons and Dragons. We left kind of on somewhat of a cliffhanger last time, and looks like Jeff, I barely got you in frame. I'll have to fix that next time. But let's go
Oh,
through and just introduce yourselves and your characters, and tell me what level they are as well. So, Jeff.
yeah. I've got Talina, and Talina is a second level fighter, third level druid, and she's pulling out a lot of fighter this weird time around. So we'll see. I got her the boar spear and the daggers, and specialized them in both. So
She forgot she
working
was
that
good at
first
those
edition.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Friendin back with us tonight.
Hi, I'm Brendan. I'm playing Groanwolf, who's a level 6 magic user and a level 2 cleric. I just realized this session that I learned 7 level 3 spells, not 2. 2 is what I can memorize. And so during the course of this game, if I'm looking down, it's not that I'm not paying attention. It's that I'm learning basically every spell that's ever existed in AD&D First Ed. So thank you.
Good, good. Dion.
Hi, I'm from the alternate universe where Sinbad plays Shazam, and I'm Dion. Tonight I'm playing Patty Arquette, the level 5 human barbarian.
I'm staying out of that universe. Richard.
Hi there, I am Richard, and I am playing Tristan, the human-born, dragon-raised, remuneration redistribution specialist. He is at the mighty level of 7.
Mighty indeed, but not as mighty as the mighty oak.
This is Oak. Be playing Thybor, the level 7 half orc warrior or fighter. Excuse me.
Nice and simple. Okay, guys. So last episode, you guys took care of some hyenodons. Somebody in the party who's not here tonight might have befriended a certain hyenodon and is going to be spending this adventure taming it. But we kind of left in the middle of, some shenanigans because someone let those pteranodons into the room. And we're going to start the night off by those words. It always starts a fight. Roll for initiative. Let's have Richard roll for initiative.
I run away as far as I possibly can. I've rolled you a 2.
Yeah, okay. So let me just reveal something on the map there. And a 6. So they're going to go on segment 2. You're going on segment 6. So they do get the drop on you, which is fitting since you were involved with dealing the pteranodons. So what's going to happen here is a few of these guys are going to step out behind this concealed boulder, and that's what gives you the hint that you're not alone anymore. I'm not going to have you roll for surprise because I think you kind of knew there was still something there, but a boulder kind of moves on a hinge very silently, and a few of these gnoll creatures come out again, and they're going to take pot shots at everybody. So we got 3 of them out in the clearing. I'm just going to roll a d5 here. So it's going to be Tristan, Thyber, and Talina. Each of you are getting a couple of arrows tossed your way. So we'll start top of the screen with Talina. What is your armor class?
I believe it's a 4. Let me see here real quick.
You were able to armor and arm up at the last town, so you should have armor now.
Right. And they got her some leather 3, armor class 3. Studded leather, yeah.
20, so it misses you. It only hits AC 5. And Tristan, 2 arrows coming at you. One of them definitely hits.
Ow.
Yeah, for 2 points of damage, glancing blow.
That takes off more than a high percentage of my remaining hit points, I'm afraid.
Oh no.
And 2 coming at you, Thyber. 1 also. Well, actually, what's your AC?
AC 3.
They both hit. Okay, so
Or was this before we had started attacking or not? Because if we had just come on the sled, I had the shield in my hand.
no, this is after you were. This is after the battle.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
this is
you,
after all that.
if you, I mean, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. If you would have picked up your shield, that's
If
fine.
this is immediately after, I would have still had the two-hander in hand ready to
It was
fight.
immediately after, so
Yeah,
AC
then I would
same.
not have had it.
Only 4 points of damage from 2 arrows that are now protruding from you. And at the start here, I rolled 2d20, so the closest person to the group that just came out is 70 feet away.
Okay.
And I rolled that as being Fiber. You're the closest to them at 70 feet. All right, that happened on segment 2, so coming around to segment 6. How are you guys responding?
So I should have told you at the start, but we're kind of easing in. I did want to cast.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm gonna cast. How many of these things are clustered together that are
3.
firing arrows?
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person on all 3.
All right, real quick, since you weren't the closest one, roll me a d6.
Okay.
Okay, 80
no.
feet away.
Okay.
So if you're still
Cool, I
within
can-
range and you're casting what?
Hold Person on all 3.
Hold
Which,
person on all 3.
Which
Sure.
gives them a -2 to save, I think, if there are 2 of them. Or no, -1 for 3. -1 for 3 to save.
Okay, and how many segments does it take?
3 segments.
So it'll still happen this round, no problem.
Yeah.
So they each need to make a save. At -1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at -1, the first one saves, 2 do not. So we'll say this one up here saves, and the other 2 are held for how long?
So 2 rounds per level, and so I'm a level 6, so that's 12 rounds. Those 2 cannot do squat. It's
Sounds
like
good.
a better sleep. I kind of really love this spell.
Because they're completely aware of what's about to happen
Yeah,
to them.
exactly.
And
It's more fun this
you can
way.
hurt them and they won't move.
Yeah. All right. So that was Groanwolf casting. Who wants next? You guys can see the
I don't
results.
think
They
I
just
can
kind
get
of
there. I'm
freeze.
charging.
You're gonna charge? Can you make it? Can you make 70?
I do not think so. Let me double check.
You can. It's double move on the charge. So if you can make it,
A run is 120.
you can make it.
Okay. And that gives me a +2 to hit, too.
Yep.
correct?
But a -2 to your AC on anyone attacking you next round.
Right. Now, I'm going for the one that does not appear to be moving.
Oh, that does not appear to be moving?
Yeah, well, I want the one that did not get held.
Okay.
I forgot to add my +2 in
Yep.
there,
It's
so nothing-
something that is held or motionless is +4 to hit, but you still have to roll.
Yeah, well, I'm getting the one that did not get held.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
I forgot to add my 2, so that's actually a 12. That will hit a AC 2.
AC 2. Well, that hits. 9 points of
Mm.
damage.
Yeah, they're not large, correct?
They are not large, and that's not quite enough to take it out.
Second
I
attack.
help too.
All right. Are
That's
you going to
roll.
charge?
Yeah,
Okay. I need to
with the
see how
second.
far away you are. Roll a d6.
Wait, I forgot he had 2 attacks.
Oh, he
he's
gets 2
probably
attacks.
killing
2
it.
attacks every round now.
Yeah, that pretty much takes care of them. So that one goes down.
Nice.
Patty.
So visible in here is only the 2 that are currently held now.
Correct. That's the only one that's visible. Although I'm going to see Fiber, just you, since you are. Here, let me just put your little icon in there and shrink him down a little bit. Yeah. So from your angle, you can see behind that boulder that kind of swung out of the way is another large room, and there are several nulls in there, and it looks like they're gearing up.
Alright, I'm gonna charge this one here.
Okay, roll a d6. Let's see how far away Patty was
Okay.
on top of the
If I have
set.
the reaction, I'll yell that there's more.
Okay. Ooh,
Rolled
so
a
you were a bit further back as well. So
I can run up to 150 feet.
okay, well it's 120, so you can charge
Okay.
in there.
Leroy! At 2. Bonk.
Okay, well that definitely hits. It's a +4 since it's held. 6 points of damage. You care which one you hit?
Nah, just the one that I ran up to right here,
Okay.
dead ahead in front of me.
Sure, sounds good. You now can see into that room as well, where there are a whole bunch more gearing up.
Okay. I snarl.
That's Thiber and Patty. Grown Wolf cast a spell, so Tristan and Talina, what are you two up to?
I'm pretty sure I dropped my bow in the scuffle last week.
'Cause
So
you pulled your dagger.
yeah, short sword.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I will go scrabbling around to try and find my bow this round, I guess.
Yeah, sure. To take your round, you'll be able to find it just fine. Talina?
Keeping an eye on our back.
Okay, so you're kind of watching down this corridor here.
Right, and up and around, overhead and sides.
Ah, okay. Well, that's
remember-
the important part. The overhead.
The overheads.
I thought we squished all of those things already.
No.
There were a lot of them. They fell. So, just to recap, Odette had crawled on the ceiling with one of her lizards, going through and knocking them all off the ceiling, which didn't kill them. And so they're scattering around while they were on the ground. A few of them were killed, but not all of them. So yes, Talina, you're seeing that they're slowly making their way back up to the ceiling, and they're going to be an issue soon.
Are they far out of my the range of my spear? I mean, can I go with extended?
Yeah,
It's
you can
about-
go. You can go ahead and start killing if you want, but there are a lot of them. But
Wow.
you're welcome to kill one or however many you've got for attacks. That's fine.
They can't fight back unless they're on the roof, so...
Yeah.
Right. I'm just. I guess I'll just take the time to yell out to people. Watch
Okay.
out for the creatures going back on the roof, and then take care of the ones that I can see that are immediately
Okay.
in the head.
Okay. Do you want to attack them?
Yeah, just swing at them with the spear as if you're taking out cobwebs on a.
All right.
You know.
So you're trying to knock them off the wall to make them come down so that they're. Okay, I tell you what. How many attacks per round do you get?
3-2.
3-2. Okay. So you're going to knock one off the wall this round, and you can keep doing that to keep some of them at bay. But I mean, you're looking around; they're like cockroaches. I mean, there are so many of them, and they're heading back up to the ceiling. All right, so that's that round.
Right, and I'm gonna
Oh, sorry.
concentrate on the ones in our immediate area.
Okay, that sounds good. Grown Wolf, why don't you roll initiative for this next round and tell me, are you casting?
I am cleric casting, yes.
Okay. 4-4, so you go at the same time. So let me go ahead and get my guys out of the way here. I'm gonna say, let's see, 3 of them have line of sight out that door there, so they are gonna take shots. I'm gonna say 2 on Thiber, 1 on Patty. Thiber. Oh my gosh. 4
That's not
arrows. You are peppered with arrows, taking 14 points of damage from a barrage of arrows. Patty. Both miss. It looks like Thiber was the big target there, as he now resembles a porcupine.
Do they hit the one in front of me since they miss?
Actually, there was a chance.
Because I dinged them, but I didn't down them. Yeah.
Now, they failed to strike any of them standing there.
Okay.
What were you casting?
I am going to cure light wounds on Tristan because he looks like less than half good.
He's stumbling around.
Yeah.
He's like leaning on his bow as he's getting
Yeah.
it strung.
Yeah,
I find all this blood on the ground and I just pick it up and try to shove it back in.
yeah.
This is
You
mine.
need to renumerate and redistribute
This is
some
all
plasma,
mine.
my friend.
I hear you need blood.
Luckily, I have a bank at hand, so I'll roll my d8. You heal 7. So
Ah,
not
but
the worst
before that
roll.
goes off,
Oh yeah.
Roll a D percentage for me.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's right. I have an 11% chance of
Yeah,
boning
you're
it.
fine.
Okay. Whew. All right. All right.
You're just not a great cleric, you know.
No,
11% of the time,
I'm
it
not
just
a great cleric. I'm
doesn't
an
work.
awesome cleric. There's a difference.
Patty and Thyber, you guys see that there's another wave of these gnolls.
Well, there's one in front of me still.
Yes.
I'ma whack it.
Actually, there are two in front of you still, but they're both held. With the +4 since they're stationary, you're going to hit, and same one that you damaged before.
Yeah.
All right, so that one goes down.
I cannot move after attacking, right?
Correct, you cannot.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit there and snarl at the things in the room.
All right, Thyber.
Is it easy to get in there? Or is that a big boulder blocking?
No, it's been moved aside so that you can go right in there if you want. You can charge.
Yeah, I'll be stupid.
Gonna charge in.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All right.
charge in.
Just heading for the middle of the mass, I take it. Start
Yep.
swinging. Okay. Well, you get your +2, but you're -2 to your AC, and go right ahead. That'll hit.
First one. 13.
Yep.
Is it
Still
not
up,
that one?
barely.
Is he- Okay, yeah, I'll stay on him then.
You gonna stay on him? Okay.
Yeah, I want to make sure Wes rolls against me.
Oh, that hits him. That kills him. So you take another
Nice.
down. All right. Since it's simultaneous, this guy is going to come into your rear since you've got one in front of you and two flanking.
He better not.
Usually I have to pay extra for that.
Not on the
Yeah.
first date.
Without even a reach around, man.
They
Oh,
didn't even
shit.
take you to Red Lobster first. What the hell?
Oh my gosh. Did that even roll right?
I would have done it for Applebee's. So hey.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that a 10 doesn't hit you. So he's very clumsy about it. But you are surrounded now. Actually, you've got a -2 to your AC, but it's still not good enough. Still doesn't do anything. Okay, so Tristan, you've been healed by the presence of the Dark Lady.
I am not all that happy with that. Well, no, that's fine.
You feel warm, but also so cold.
Yeah, it's a
I'll
cold
worry
side
about my
kinda
soul
healing.
later. I'm sure it'll be fine. I will sort of move over so that I can see in through the doorway and take shots from a safe distance.
Sure,
I'm
you
up
can
there if I
definitely
can.
do that within a safe distance. And I'm going to say, since the one did kind of move around to the back, well, actually, no, they're all in melee with Thyber. So you can do it, but you are shooting into a melee. Which is not
Do it.
terribly
He already
horrible.
has a
In
couple
first
arrows
edition,
in
I mean,
him.
First
Well-
edition, it's not terribly horrible. So if you
Yeah.
miss, there's a percentage that you might hit someone else, but then you roll the attack roll again, and then you have to succeed in that. So it's not
Right.
that easy to hit someone by mistake.
Well, I mean, if I miss, I'm going to blame it on the feelings from the Dark Lady healing me.
He's
Just said,
also
"Do
got
it."
a couple arrows sticking out of him already, so it's not like
He will
know that
never
you're-
notice.
No,
Yeah.
never.
Oh my god, somebody else snuck
There
up
was just
behind
one
you
in
and
the
used my
roof.
arrows.
Yeah, I
Oh
was
my
gonna say
God.
your arrows, yeah.
Alright, well, pow. He said. When I said pow,
Okay, hits.
there we go, that'll hit. And I got the second shot,
Mhm.
as I'm fast.
You putting them both
Uh,
into the same target?
Yeah, same target both
Okay.
times.
So what does that hit AC wise for you?
So 18 hits 1, and a 12 hits 7.
7. That hits. So you're doing it to the
Oh.
same one or to multiples?
No, the same one.
Okay.
damage.
Yeah, that's 2 well placed arrows then into the one that was trying to stab Thyber in the back. All right. Talina?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to just yell at everybody that these things are coming faster. and I'm
Okay.
getting the hell out of there.
All right.
I'm
What
gonna-
direction are you going? Like, are you going
I'm going-
down here, or are you following the group this way?
Nope, I'm following them. I'm going down there. Whatever's in there has got to be better than what's going to be falling from here pretty soon.
Sure. Yeah, and so this way you're able to see into right behind that hollowed out rock that's been put on a hinge. You see this room, several more knolls in there, and you see Thyber in the thick of it. All right, so that was that round. Let's have Patty next round. Why don't you roll for your side? Is anyone casting this round?
Womp.
I believe I am. Yes.
Okay.
Wait, I want to roll high, don't I?
You do. So
Yeah.
they also rolled a 6, though, so this is another
Oh.
simultaneous round.
I feel like a good like 60% ish of our rounds are simultaneous.
Yeah, those are always fun rounds, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thyber, just the 3 on you are basically all just going to do stabbity death at you.
Is anyone casting?
I am, yeah.
Gotta get my hand.
So hit,
Don't like
miss,
either.
miss. That's not too bad. 2 points of damage. Actually, even with flanking bonus, I forgot about flanking, but yeah, they're still gonna miss. So it's not gonna do much. The 2 that are out here, basically, well, the 1 that's out here, Patty killed 1 last round. It's just gonna stand and stare because that's all he can do. That's what they're doing. Friendin, you're casting. So what is Grownwolf casting?
Grownwolf was casting mirror image.
Mirror image to make many of yourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I cast. I end up with 1d4 though, so I'll roll that.
Mm-hmm.
4. 4. They're the Tristan. Your worst
Oh,
nightmares
no.
come true. They're now.
I was going to say, I am suffering from blood loss. I am seeing so many.
So there's 5 of you now.
There's
Yes,
5 grown wolves.
Oh,
They will eat
no.
everything.
That's right.
No. Who wants chowder?
All right. How long do they last
Oh.
for?
Let's see. 2 rounds per level, so 12 rounds.
Okay. And what's the effect? I think in this edition, it's basically it makes you harder to hit.
More or less. So I can read it out. When an opponent makes a successful hit against one of the images, the image breaks up and disappears. The others remain. So essentially, it's like 4 free hits before I can get hit.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was magic. Who wants first? Well, Fiber, you're in the thick of it. So why don't you go? You're surrounded, which
Okay.
doesn't matter much except for the 1 on your back. First edition D&D flanking really only matters if you have a shield because you don't get your shield bonus if you're flanked.
Right. The one that hit me first.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit.
Say 12 hits a 2. So
Yep,
I'm assuming
that'll
he's
hit.
still up.
He's still up. What does that hit?
10 hits a 4.
4. Okay. That hits and kills this one as well. So there's only 2 on you right now.
Have you ever used the first edition helmet rule?
I don't think we
I'm not
have
aware of a
this
helmet
one.
roll for first edition.
Yeah, in first edition, if you're fighting another intelligent creature, then every other strike is to your head, which is a armor class 10, unless you have a helm.
I don't even remember that one, so no, I haven't been using it.
Oh,
I'll have to
okay.
check into it.
Interesting.
I
Don't
do
remember that.
occasionally use the shield and helmet optional where you can choose to have your helmet or your shield destroyed and thus removing the damage that was just done to you. So you can lose your helmet or your shield. But
That's
anyway,
fun.
all right, so that was Thyber. Patty?
Yeah, I'm gonna. So this one's still alive right over here, huh?
Yeah, he's still staring at you because he can't do much else.
I'm moving right in front of him. I'm leaning in real close, and I'm just gonna take in a breath and just into his face as a free action, and I just take up the maul and
No,
bop right over his head.
you can still miss, so give me a roll.
know.
It's
You said
plus
it's a
4.
+4.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Modifier 4.
Glancing blow for 3 points of damage.
Just bonk. Just a very gentle one.
Yeah. That was the warm up. That was like just kind of letting him know where it's going to come down for real the next time.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like to think I like bop it, and then like at the end of my turn, I raise it up. And I just hold it for the rest of the round.
You lay your maul on his head so you can spit into your hands and get a better grip and pick it back up. All right. Tristan and Talina, what are you guys doing?
Selena will head on in.
Yep. So you can get right into the passage there, which means that you're
Yeah.
clear above.
I got
Actually,
going in with
if you-
spear at the ready.
If
so.
you want to charge, you can actually engage the one that was towards Thyber's back.
Are we doing the reach thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to go ahead and take care of the charging. Yeah, I guess I could charge her. Yeah, if I get the back to him.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Spear.
Yeah, you can have the +2 because he was trying to get around Thyber and stab him in the back, so he's probably unaware. But that's good enough anyway. Good roll.
That'll do it.
Yeah, you pierce him. Not enough damage to kill the creature, but yeah, you do some damage to him.
Get his attention, maybe.
Yes, certainly do. Tristan.
It looks like everybody is in the way between me and my arrow.
10-foot
Close
wide square,
now,
so you
so-
could get in beside Talina if you wanted to, but shooting in there, you can. Thyber's still in melee, but now Talina's in there too, so there's more possible
Yeah.
targets other than yours that you could hit.
Just shoot the guy over my shoulder. Just like
Yeah.
Kill steal from you. All right, yeah, sure.
Just use
why
me
not?
as a stepping stool. It's
Yeah.
fine.
between
Just
the
climb on-
legs.
I would do, but I don't know which one to step on, so I can't
That's
do that
fair.
with you.
All right. It's +4
yeah,
to
alright.
hit him because he can't move.
Cool. Well then. Prepare to.
Okay, that
No.
kills him. Arrow in the throat. Yeah.
You thought you were going to die by maul.
Of course, since
Surprise!
their joints and everything are kind of locked from paralysis, they just kind of die standing. You know.
I like to think blood like squirts out, and I just catch a little. Ah.
It's like a chocolate fountain, but more gross. Okay, is that everyone? That was everyone, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So actually, there's only there are 2 enemies still in the room. So let's go ahead and Thyber. Why don't you roll for your side? Is anyone casting this time?
I am not this time.
Okay. Okay. You guys go on for segment 1. They go on 3. So Thyber, 2 on you, and you now can maneuver so that one's not on your back.
Now we'll take another one, or attempt to take another one down.
That hits, and that almost kills the guy. Do you want to finish him off, or do you want to attack the other one?
I think I missed probably. That's hit a AC 5.
That hits.
Okay. Yeah.
So same
thank
one,
you
or
all.
spread it out?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to lower the number of incoming blows.
Okay. So you kill that one then. Okay, Talina, you're in the room. You already engaged with the one. You want to try and finish him off?
Yeah, definitely.
Go for it. That hits, and that is enough damage to kill it. Okay, coast is clear
Goodness
now,
there.
guys. And just in time, as those creatures seem to have regained their position on the ceiling, and they
Oh, no.
seem to be maneuvering to drop on Patty and Grownwolf out there in the hallway.
I motion for everyone to get out of the room first, and then I'll make my way to the exit.
I motion to the copies of myself around me, and I say, even though I'm feeling rather full of myself at the moment, yes, don't want to die, and immediately run into the next room.
I'm gonna, before I leave though, can I like roll a larger rock across the room and try and trigger some of them to fall?
Sure.
Yeah? I'm just gonna
yeah,
like
you do
bowling
that.
ball it
Yeah,
in a
you
straight
just
line.
you roll a boulder through the middle of the floor and just kind of following the path of the boulder. It's like these stalactites just fall like one after another.
Perfect. I grab the first one closest to me and immediately leave the room carrying it. I'm
Okay.
taking it with me. I remember I threw it and did a fuck ton of damage. I'm like, these are cool. And I'm just triumphantly over my head walking it through. I walk it sideways through the tunnel. Dunk, turn it, walk through. Like-
Zooms into the face of the creature that just has this long-suffering look on it. It's like,
One lone tear. Patty's just like, Patty wants friend too. Princess has too many.
nice. All right, so you guys are inside this area here, and the only thing of note is, well, there is a door at the back end of the room, but it looks like this is where the hyenodons were being fed, and like there's straw pallets where they were laying, some collars and some simple fencing put up to make cages for them. Otherwise, there's not a lot else in here.
I'm gonna take a collar just in case it's something handy, given that
Sure.
we have the animal husbandry of these things going on. And what are they feeding them?
Raw meat.
I sample some raw meat.
You said there's collars?
Yes.
I put a collar over the tip of the thing, so it's like tip stays shut. Because I remember we had
Yeah.
to muzzle the other one, so you just kind of see Patty just like just
All right.
tighten a belt around it.
Make me a save versus poison, Grown Wolf.
Fantastic.
Oh, no.
This is what I do, gents. Okay. I fail by 2.
All right.
We have rerolls.
I'm more curious about the failure than I am about succeeding.
Well, the first thing you noticed is the meat is bad.
Okay.
Like it's not fresh. It's been sitting too long.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's the impression you get for now. I'll let you
Okay.
know what happens as things
So-
develop.
I make a note for Odette that, well, these things don't need fresh meat. That's helpful on our adventures. We can, roadkill, hit by a carriage, anything really. Fantastic.
All right. Yeah. So it seems to be that you are in a fairly safe place for the moment. You can close that fake boulder door. It has a latch on the side. But yeah, not a lot in here. You've got a couple of dead null bodies. They do have pouches on their side. Like all of them have like little leather pouches.
Yeah, I was going to give them a pat down again to
Okay.
see if there's anything important on them.
Sure. So the ones that are inside here, there are 3 inside here. Each of them had 10 gold pieces, 5 electrum pieces. So whoever's keeping inventory, 30 gold, 15 electrum. And one of them has an interesting looking ring. It's
Oh,
metal, but it's kind of got a purplish hue to it. It's unadorned, it's smooth. But yeah, it looks interesting.
oh, well. Look, more money. So it looks like they are getting paid for their services to pass.
Yeah. They each had an
Yes,
equal
and-
amount of coinage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they work for hyena donations.
I just put a hand on Tristan's shoulder.
All
Good
5 of the
job,
grown wolves
sneaky
make a
one.
pun.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. But only for a
No.
few more rounds, y'all. It's going away.
Just stab through one of the clones with the stalactite. No.
And then
I
there
do.
were 4.
Yeah.
Well, we've also got a ring. I don't know what it does or anything, but, anybody want to try it on?
I want to look at it.
Oh, you overpowered barbarian, you.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, give it to the barbarian. He has detect magic.
I look at the ring and I lean in real close and I whisper, "Teach me your magics." And what's the roll? 45%. Let's go. I don't know anything.
It doesn't respond. Sometimes they're shy.
Spirit shy.
Is not speaking to me.
Do we want to do something stupid?
Yes.
Always.
I put the ring over the rock thingy that fell in the stalactite over the top of it. Must fit on the top
Over
there.
the tip, right above
Yeah.
the collar.
Okay. You just kind of lay the ring on the tip of the creature, and the collar that you put on it, it just seems to slip off it, and it evades your grasp and runs towards the on its little bitty legs, its centipede-like legs. It makes its way to the door going into the other room, and of course the door is closed, so it just kind of bashes against the door.
I go and I
Oh,
daintily take the ring off the tip and throw it at Tristan, and I grab my buddy again.
this might be one thing that I actually know from D&D. It might be a ring of like free movement or escape or something like that, so that you can't be tied up.
That's free action, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that seems like something that's very beneficial to you. You're always slipping in and out of things. I'll have to heal you less. I'm all for this.
I don't know that it will help me not get injured, but yeah, sure.
I will slip from the bonds of death.
That's right.
Oh, yeah,
I will
okay.
escape the charge of the Dark Lady.
I'm gonna fiddle with this stalactite for a minute, and I'm gonna try and figure out if I can because I watched Talina earlier brace a spear for a charge. I'm gonna try and mock that. Can I brace this like a spear for a charge?
You can, but it definitely fights you. I mean, it doesn't
Its
have
little
any
legs
arms,
tickle
but it
my
does have
tummy.
little legs.
They tickle my tummy. I'm like,
I already know your magics.
I just want to I look at the next door and I'm like, and I just ignore the party and just go through the door and I brace the cone in front of me like a spear and I just start walking forward.
All right. So this is another worked tunnel. So there are cross members holding the ceilings up. So this is definitely a worked tunnel as you're coming through.
I stop here and I just wait for them to
Yeah.
realize I went through. But
That
I'm,
and
just sitting there
at some point you'll realize that you can't see in the dark. So once you are out of a light source,
It's dark in here.
Put my hand on your shoulder, with my dark visiony things, and be like, yes, no, crooked tunnel, kind of like the rest of this place. I don't know what y'all got up to, but is there a crooked old man who lives in this place? Because nothing's 90 degrees. I don't like it.
You say a lot of words I don't know.
You hang around me, I'll teach you.
Teach me your magics.
all right. So what is the marching order now? It's wide enough that two of you could go side by side uncomfortably, but it's not that wide of a passage.
Uncomfortable's my middle name, so I'd like to stand side by side with Thybor, still bracing the stalactite between us awkwardly.
All right, but are you
Yeah, so
leading,
you-
or are the two of you leading in front?
If Tristan's not going to go first to search for traps, I will.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about traps.
I can
I
just
can do that.
throw this thing ahead of us a couple of times. He won't scuttle away before I can pick him up. I'll just keep yeeting him down the hall to trigger any traps.
All right, Grunwolf and Talina bringing up the rear.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine with me.
Sounds good.
Oh,
All
where'd
right.
we go?
So
Oh,
we're to the
as
right.
I just put you there so I know
Mhm.
what your order is.
Mhm.
You have to backtrack a few times as this thing is kind of a maze, but eventually you find that it does come out into a room. Very strange room. At the top here, Tristan, since you're kind of leading the way, you don't have dark vision, so you're using your amulet. Or actually, how are you seeing?
With the torch. That's what we
You
had
have torch.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a stair that goes down into this kind of white, bubbling liquid that the stairs kind of disappear into. And the only way across is this little platform, this little stone platform, and a very narrow stone bridge that goes from one end to the other end that you can see in the distance. Midway over the bridge, there is a curtain of what looks like shimmering light that stretches all the way across from end to end to the room, and then from top to bottom, from ceiling to into the goop. You also have kind of like the smell of ozone, like that sense of during a thunderstorm right before lightning strikes.
All right.
You got that sense to the air of just charged, charged particles, charged air, just very heavy in the air.
Well, this definitely looks like a trap or puzzle or not good for us.
And what did you do with the ring, by the way?
I tossed it to Tristan.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
asking
put it
Tristan.
in.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just
I
put
am
it
not
in.
wearing it right
Okay.
now. I've just pocketed it for
Sure.
later distribution.
Sounds good.
Oh, well. Anybody got any ideas about this?
I
assume
dip
if we-
the stalactite into the water a bit
Okay.
and swirl it around.
I'm
well,
actually going to have to follow everybody else on this because I believe for whatever reason this is triggering a memory. I think I remember something about this room from high school.
from an
So
old
I'm
friend
not
of mine
saying-
that used to run games where they were based off TV shows. We'd call them no-brainers. If it was something that you recognize or remember, you can still play, just don't offer any logistics. Okay, so Patty, you walk down the stairs enough that you can dip the creature into it. It struggles a bit against you. You stick it like the tip under the water or whatever the fluid is, and it comes back up, and it's kind of coated in this kind of white fluid. It's a little goopy, a little sticky, but it's fine. It didn't sizzle,
I offer it to Grown Wolf. I just point the tip at him with the dripping, viscous white goo.
That seems like a dare.
Yeah.
Just-
Just take the white off the tip, man. It's okay.
Yeah, I actually, in this instance, like, the phallic imagery is enough that Grown Wolf is even beside himself, and he just collects some in a jar, and he's like, "Thank you for the sample. We'll find out about its magics later, I guess." And then I put it in my pocket.
I go and I look back at the water. Is anything happening in the water since I disturbed it?
Not since you disturbed it, but now that you're closer to it, you can see that there are occasionally bubbles that kind of pop on the surface.
I yeet my stalactite at the first bubble I see.
Okay.
Just spear it. Just poof, javelin it.
Stalactite it disappears under the water. Again, it's a bit opaque because it's kind of white and gloopy, so you really can't see into it past the surface. So your stalactite just goes, it sails through, and it doesn't bob to the surface.
I almost want to jump in after it and save it. I thought it'd come up. I look at Tristan. I go, I don't know. You try.
You want me to go swimming in there?
I shrug.
Would a casting of floating discs skim over the top of this?
Absolutely. Do look to see how many pounds your disc can hold, though.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh
a
my god.
ton.
Yeah. And
I
actually,
just I haven't.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I think from the reading of it, I don't know that you can stand on it because I think it floats behind you at a specific level and distance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, only 100 pounds per level. So it's actually 600 pounds.
Yeah, but does it say that you can stand on it, or does it say
So,
it floats behind you at a certain distance?
I've got Osric open, so not the orange binder edition. But Osric says I can move it around at will. Basically.
Okay, then yes, you can stand on it. Yeah.
Okay.
can somebody carry us? Can somebody carry other people?
I can.
You can. All right, then we might have to teach you your magics, some magics, because I've just noticed that one of the ion stones we got was walk on water.
Ooh.
Might just get us all across if you just carry us one at a time.
Oh, magic.
Great idea. But
You
also
know what?
remember that the curtain of light that I was
Oh,
talking
yes, the
about,
curtain of
it
light is
extends
across the-
down to
yeah.
the surface of the water and up to the ceiling and all the way across the room, dividing the room.
Curtain of what?
It's a curtain of light, crackling light. And again, the room
Light.
smells of
Yeah, okay,
ozone,
so it's-
like that feeling right before lightning strikes.
Could I theoretically walk one of my mirror images into the wall of light a little bit from where I'm standing
Sure
at
can.
the entrance?
Yeah.
What happens to it when I walk a mirror image into
How much
it?
damage can it take?
I think it just takes a hit. I don't think
Okay.
they say damage.
As it makes contact with the shimmering wall of light, there
Mhm.
is like a static discharge as it is illuminated brightly for a moment before it's rendered to ash.
Oh. Well, I'm thinking that we probably don't want to touch the giant wall of light.
No smelly friends. I turn around, I see the other four. Oh,
How about throwing your friend through the light? I say to the barbarian.
I pick up a copy of Friendin. I'm rolling a d4. If it's a 1, it's the real one. All right, I rolled a 4. I pick up a copy and I yeet him at the light
All right,
as
yeah.
hard as I can.
As soon as the copy flails through the air and makes contact with the shimmering light, it's struck by a bolt of lightning and is just
All
rendered
right.
to ash.
I'm rolling a
It,
d3.
it looks accusingly at the other copies of Grown Wolf. You did this!
Another
I
one.
meant the stalactite thing. But okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I already threw the stalactite unless we want to go back and get me another one.
I look at my dwindling numbers and I just say, I'm half the man I used to be.
I'm still holding a third copy.
Everybody roll me a d6.
Oh no. I got a 5.
Okay. All right, yes. Go right ahead. What were you doing?
Can you send one of your mirror copies into the
The goo?
the goo and see if it kills it there? 'Cause if
Yeah, I
not,
think
then-
this is my last one. So I pat it on the
You have
head.
2. You have 2. I'm
Oh, do I have
holding
2?
1.
Okay,
I
okay.
throw it into the goo as he brings it up. So now you have 1. But I just I actually I try to skip it like a pond rock. I just
Okay.
yeet him sideways.
Now, if I remember right, though, you don't have any kind of like real communication with your
No.
mirror images. So, like, you
No,
send it
so-
into the goop. Okay, good enough. Can you
Yeah.
swim?
Grown Wolf is proficient in fishing, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay, I tell you what. Make me a con check.
Okay. All right. 20. My value is 10, and I rolled a 19.
Okay. There seems to be like it goes in.
Mm-hmm.
Couple minutes pass, like literally 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it comes back out on the lower stair, just covered in this white goop, but he's exhausted, but seems fine.
I throw him in again.
This is downright Sisyphean. What did he ever do to you?
The sneaky one said throw him in water.
I guess I did. Fine.
Yeah, so the mirror image will climb up out of the stairway. I'm going to say at this point, though, it dissolves because the spell comes to an end. It's been a while. But he seemed perfectly fine.
I don't realize that's how the spell fizzles, and I just think he melted. I'm like, ooh, don't touch it.
I mean, it might be that we just swim underneath the curtain of watery thing.
He says
Wax,
it goes all the way up
but-
and down, doesn't he?
The
It goes
curtain
down
goes
to
all the way.
You don't know how deep
Yeah.
into the goop it goes, but it does appear to at least reach the surface.
If we okay, I'm gonna take. I've got 2 daggers.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take one, and poke it and see if it disrupts the light down below it. Like if something.
Okay. So how are you going to get to the light? Are you going to go through the goop, or are you going to cross on the bridge?
Oh, I thought. Okay. Let me look at this room again.
So it's half the curtain of light. It just bisects the room in half.
Okay. And so there's a bridge over to it. I thought the bridge was the curtain of light.
No.
Okay.
Put it on.
I'm not sure I'm brave enough to go across a bridge to the curtain of light. Are there any loose rocks in the room or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, you can just go back into the tunnel and grab one if you need to.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a rock and I'm gonna throw it, and I'm gonna try to look when it hits the curtain of light. Does it look like when the light hits the top of it, if it doesn't continue through the bottom? You know what I'm saying? Like if something was a canopy overhead, would it disrupt it?
Before it seems like before it actually strikes the curtain as a whole, that a bit of electricity leaps off the curtain and strikes the rock.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't even make it to the curtain.
Okay. All right. So the electrical charge is more than just the physicality of it that we see. Probably don't want to step too close to this. Man.
All right, roll me a d6, guys.
No.
Ah.
Oh no, we lost Jeff.
Yeah.
So, a 4, a 6, a 4, and a 2. I can swim, and I have unnatural endurance. I could try and hold my breath and swim across underwater.
Like, see how low it goes? That sounds a little rough.
See, yeah, but I'm worried I won't be able to see underwater. So if I run into that lightning field underwater...
Yeah.
Can we make goggles? Is that a thing we know how to do? Do we have any gems that we could, prop open your eyes with so that you could see? Well,
I like the idea. I like how you're thinking. I'm trying not to metagame because I was adding spells as we were doing this, and I had a couple left to add, and I'm like,
Well,
you know what? I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm just staring at everything in disbelief, and I'm gonna detect illusion.
Okay.
You
disbelieve.
I fail. All right.
Seems quite real to you.
Yeah.
I like a Warhammer 40k orc. I just don't believe in this light wall, so I'm just gonna walk through.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we know getting close to it fries you. We know getting without even having to touch it. We know that the water doesn't necessarily immediately kill you, although something in and out of it looks fairly drained, so swimming under may be more difficult than just swimming through water.
Now that walkway goes through the light, and the light thing bisects it.
You can actually see it through the light a little bit, and you see that the bridge continues all the way to the other end.
What's the bridge made out of?
Stone.
Wait, so does the light go under the bridge?
No.
So if we were able to hold on to the bottom of the bridge, we could go across it? Like that?
If you could find some way to do that, yes.
I like that plan.
Right. Anybody got any way to do that?
How do you feel about like a floating disc that we can all sit in and just cruise under the bridge? How do we feel about that?
Well, how wide is the bridge? It doesn't look very wide.
That's a good question.
Yeah, the bridge is not very wide at all. It's like 2 feet.
Oh, okay. We're probably gonna die if we do that, so that won't work.
We gotta try it one at a time.
Yeah.
We have a rope that we could
think I do in my equipment.
I'm sure we have rope.
I
Yeah, we
don't
used
have
the
it.
rope
If you put-
before to tie.
What if you
Yeah.
put your little stalactite baby on the disc and send it over to see how that works?
Well,
It's
he's
already
in
gone.
the water.
Yeah,
He's
it's-
Well, we can
Why
go back and get another
we just
one.
go back and get another one, make new friends? I think I go back, I grab a collar, I grab a stalactite. I'm like, look,
go
same
with
as the
you.
old one, good as new, never drowned at all. And then I cast a floating disc, which I was gonna get, so that's not me metagaming, but I haven't entered it yet. So let me find it in the spell book, or in the GM, or the book.
Yeah, you just need to know how much it holds, really, and that's
600 pounds, and it lasts 3 turns plus 1 turn per level, so that's 9 turns.
Okay. I think you guys might be pushing. Well, no, you've got a bunch of small people, but then you've got 2 big people. I
I'm at
imagine
least
our.
one trip.
What's your con? Well, what's your strength and con, Patty?
18 each.
Oh, geez. And
I stated on my character sheet that I weigh at least 275 pounds.
Yeah. probably
Okay.
Just solid
more at
muscle.
that.
Mine are 16 each.
Yeah.
Yeah, between the 2 of you, you're probably pushing 500 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and the only drawback to this plan too is the disc dissipates if it gets without of 20 feet of range of me, so I will have to walk behind it in the goop as well. So maybe this doesn't work. Although, why not tie
can
a little
ferry.
rope to your stalagmite? Yeah. Yeah, ferry people across. Yeah.
Bert's going to call a timeout just so that he can air a personal beef.
Okay.
People way misjudge how much a solidly built individual weighs.
Yeah.
I imagine what you have down for Patty that you're well over 300.
Okay.
I'm
put, like,
6'2", I'm
350.
315. So
Yeah.
Up at 350.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm good with that.
That's why when-
I don't know.
Yes, hey,
That's-
I'm 6'1", I'm like 290.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
6'6", 350. That sounds good to me.
I've been 5'10" and 320 in my life, so yes.
But ferrying works.
And-
I think
yeah, and muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah.
so-
Yes. Yeah.
I think it has to stay within how much distance of you. That's really the kicker.
20 feet before it dissipates. So
yeah.
that's the rub there, is the 20 feet.
I mean, how wide is the screen?
It goes from floor to ceiling, edge to edge. So
Yeah.
it completely cuts the room in half.
But I mean, like the width. Like,
Of the light, you have no
yeah.
idea. You have no idea
Oh.
because you're only seeing the front of it.
Right.
Can you
Um,
walk on the bridge while it is below the bridge until you get to the point and then just see if it goes through?
Yeah. I think I'm willing to try that for the group. I will walk on the top. I will cast the floating disc. We will secure the tiny stalagmite mans with some rope to the collar and just send him across in the center of this thing, not touching either side, so he doesn't get the splash on the sides.
So you want
And I will tippy toe and try to get close enough to get him through it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me. If you walk on the bridge up to the light, roll me another d6.
Okay. 3.
You see the stalactite creature that Patty threw in is already on the other side and slowly making its way down the corridor.
yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm like, wait, screw this. I stopped casting the disc immediately. I let that fucker fall.
No.
I turn
jump
around.
in after him. I just dive into the water.
Okay.
And I let everybody know that it looks like we can either swim under or like go get to the middle and swim under the bridge as best we can, and probably under this whole thing.
So, Patty, if you actually do dive into the water, the shimmering light actually stops at just a few inches into the water. So, like, yeah, you could easily swim underneath it.
I
The
grab my
problem
buddy
is
in one
that
arm.
this stuff is not like water. It's very viscous and it's difficult to swim against. You
Okay.
can, but it's very tiring to do so. But you can do it.
Okay. I'm gonna get my buddy and I'm gonna push my way through. In fact, I'm gonna weigh myself to the ground and just like walk through sheer power across the bottom
All right.
with the stalactite weighing me
Are
down.
you telling other people what you're doing, or are you just Well,
I
actually,
just
you just
dove
dove
in after my stalactite when he dumped into the water.
Okay. Well, you guys see Patty dive in. Patty. Now you have an ability that allows you to hold your breath longer.
I just have like enhanced endurance, I think is what it is.
Right.
It's
Make me
like,
a con check.
Yeah, let me just see what it says specifically. Where's that? Not endurance. Where was that? Maybe it was endurance. It's just running, but I do have swimming. So a con check.
Con check, right.
Boop. I pass. High. 15 out of 18.
Okay, really good. It's taking a lot more effort than you would think. So you get the idea you grab onto the stalactite creature so it weighs you down so you're not buoyant at all, and you just walk across, and you walk underneath the shimmering light. Roll me a percentage.
Do you want me to say high or low?
Nope, just roll me a percentage.
28.
Okay. You guys, after waiting for a moment to see if Patty reemerges, through the shimmering curtain, you see his bulk arise out of the water, out of the goop, on the stairs on the other end, and he's got the stalactite creature grasped like a baby in his arms as he's coming up out of the goop.
White liquid dripping off me.
Yeah, you are coated in this stuff. Like it's in everything. It's just coating you like you've been glazed like a donut.
Okay.
But you see him safely get to the other side.
I go after the one.
Oh God,
because I'm sure I see it now, right? I see it now, I'm sure, because they're not that fast.
Right.
I go and wrangle that one up, and I have one in each arm now.
He's got the no. I escaped.
Fair.
Friends.
I'm going to try to follow suit, but I'm going to try to swim at the top of the water in the narrow channel under the bridge for as long as I can before trying to dive down and really immerse into it. So I'm going to try to follow the clearing of the bridge that it creates as much as I can in this space. No problem. Yeah, so not on top, but I'm going to swim under the bridge, but not submerge myself into the last second. So I'm going to try to use the bridge, the clearing of it under the bridge, basically. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, top 10. Out of 15. Would anybody mind if I burn the free? Rolling. 6 out of 10. I see. Okay. 87. Sure. I look down at the jar and there's a small amount of fluid in it. Holding doused in it. And I just kind of shake my head.
You have a way that you will get across? You're just gonna swim across? Or you're gonna...
I'm just curious if, like, I want to touch it. Does it feel like water or does it feel like jelly? Curious. Yeah, I'm trying to make it. I don't know that he's smart enough to think would this be like or just
You could always grab a stalactite from the other room and throw it into the light wall after you dip it.
we got to get coated in this crap regardless. So it's either swim it or do that in the water. I'll coat myself and then I'll run through. Yeah.
That's how Fiber became the Benjamin Franklin of this setting.
So do we need to get the arrows?
It's you.
Do we need to get arrows? It's Jeff, isn't it?
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
Just-
you come back.
yeah.
I didn't see
My laptop.
that.
I
So
would.
you dropped it, so you go.
Well,
So it's just the way we're
we're apparently at the
Well, yeah. Oh, the music is on the loading screen. Sorry about that, everybody. I mean, we meant to go to this screen so that
I don't know, all of our
Visual things
dulcet
can be corrected.
tones, you know, being accompanied by music just feels right to me, everybody. Just feels good.
yeah, not that music though. Oh, you're back. Well, we have swimming in this lovely stuff, or coating yourself in it and walking across the bridge, or some other thing that you could think of.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was everybody else doing? Where
Everybody
has
else is across
anybody-
apart from you and me, and they
and how did they
they
get across?
either swam in it and under the light, or coated themselves in the stuff, and then ran through the bridge on the top where they took a zap, but a lot less.
Yeah,
than they would have done
Fiber
ordinarily.
Fiber determined it was kind of an insolent, and Patty determined that you could swim through it and under it, but it's like it will test someone's constitution, let's say.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that because out of character, druids have a +2 to electricity.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I just realized my mic wasn't connected in that screen either, so they weren't hearing me.
Ah, well, there we go.
So is it a saving throw, or what if you do that?
All right, so I'm just going to leave the screen like that. I'm not going to screw with it anymore. All right, so it depends on what you want to do. So, Tristan, how are you going to make your way across?
Well, I was waiting for
Talina.
Thalia to make it.
All right. So yeah, it depends. It depends. Talina, you've been told that like getting into the water, it's much thicker than water. It's difficult, but you can swim. And the curtain of light doesn't penetrate all the way into it. So like you can swim under the curtain. The other thing is you can just coat yourself with this liquid and go through the curtain. You will take some damage, but it seems to be an insulator, so you don't take nearly as much.
I'll go with the coating.
Go with the coating. All right. So you submerge yourself and you take a run through the curtain. Take a mere 4 points of damage instead of the entire lightning bolt's worth. So you get a little singed, but it does insulate you enough that you cross to the other side. And Tristan, how are you getting across?
Well, seeing as we've already established this, I walk under the bridge using the ion stone that allows you to walk on water, so I don't get messy.
All right. Roll me a D100.
Oh dear.
Still got close to it. Oh no.
Yeah, I still could get it. 80.
Okay. You hit something. Nothing like damaging, but you run into something under the bridge that you can't see. It seems to be floating in the air, chin height.
Troll.
So it kind of hits you in the chest and in the neck, and it gives a little bit. And you reach out and you kind of feel around. There's something invisible in front of you.
This is the
Can I-
part I remembered.
Oh dear. Can I duck under it?
It moves a little bit. It gives a little bit. Make me an intelligence check.
Right.
If this is the
Well, that's a
pulley,
success. It's the horrible success.
if this is like the pulley that opens the curtain, I swear to God.
No, well, your hand touches what feels like a leather scabbard, and you kind of move your hand up, and you feel a hilt.
So somebody who tried to make their way across and was now dead. Can I go past it
Yes.
to the other side of the light
Absolutely.
and then try and drag it with me
Yes.
across the rest
Once
of the
you grasp it, it just comes free of whatever was holding
yeah,
it there.
I just wondered it might be the thing that was blocking it underneath.
Mhm.
But if that's not true, but anyway, I'll grab it and pull it along with me and see.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what it is on the other side.
So you walk all the way to the other side. You're absolutely fine.
Shrug at the others.
Everyone that got coated or went in the water, the coating is hardening on you.
Oh.
It's a little restrictive, but as you move, it kind of breaks off and powders.
I flex so it all
Yeah.
just goes off me.
It's like ice cream hard shell coating. It went on as a liquid. Now it's
Magic
hardened.
shell.
It's like magic
Oh.
shell. Right. So as you just kind of move and flex a little bit, it does start to break off, but it is a little hampering until you get it all off.
I
Tristan.
notice how tender my skin underneath is. And I'm like, huh,
Moisturizer.
it's actually kind of nice.
It's a peel.
Patty just starts uncomfortably rubbing his own chest. Silky smooth.
Patty has now got a stalactite creature under each arm, just kind of holding it under each arm.
Both are braced for charge.
Tristan, you're still holding the hilt of something that is still invisible. Actually, have you said anything since you crossed?
No.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
everybody is.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I mean-
all the rest of you guys. Then you're across and you're looking. Tristan's gone. He disappeared somewhere underneath the bridge.
We're sneaky one.
I should go and check, and I'm gonna walk directly in a path towards
Okay.
the area again.
All right, so you gloop into the into the stuff again.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I kind of half-heartedly do it. I'm not gonna lie. I get
Yeah.
like ankle deep, and I'm just kind of poking in it. You know?
Okay.
What's he doing?
All right, so all of you hear Tristan's voice amongst you now.
Where was that? Am I supposed to be in this? Is he?
I can't see him though. I just
Cannot
heard
see
him.
him. Yeah.
Oh, Patty thinks he's going crazy. He hears Sneaky Man as if he's here.
Tristan, where are you?
I'm right here.
Is that a relative term? Are you drowning? I don't see you.
You don't see me.
Nope. I hear you.
Nobody else can see me either?
No.
Nope.
Wow, that's a weird property of the jelly stuff that you're all covered in that you can't see me now.
I'm gonna look in the direction that I've been hearing his voice because it's giving me time to concentrate. I want to detect illusion.
Detect illusion.
Fucking barbarians,
I
man.
fail. I fail.
Yeah.
All right. It's only a 25% chance,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, if I look down, can I see me?
Yeah, you can see yourself just fine.
Huh. All right. All right. Well,
You still
I'll
can't
smear
see
myself in some of
whatever-
the jelly.
You still can't see whatever it is you're holding on to, though.
Ah, okay. Oh, well, maybe it's this. Or like put it down on the floor
Okay.
in front of me.
Tristan just magically appears in front of everyone. Suspiciously magical, Patty.
I roll detect magic. Teach me a magics. I succeed looking
Oh.
in Tristan's direction.
There's something magical at Tristan's feet. There's also something magical hovering around Tristan's head, too.
That's true. Yep.
I look at the floor. I look at his head. I look at the floor. I look at his head. I look
You
back.
can see me
between
now,
them.
right? Right? Tell me you can see me now.
Yes, I also see that, and I point at the thing on the ground that's invisible.
Oh, what? I've no idea what this is. It was partway across the bridge.
What's
I guess
it in
it
the
makes me invisible
shape
when you pick it
of?
up.
What's in the shape of? Does it glow in the shape of what it is?
Oh,
Oh.
I don't think things glow for you. I think it's just a sensation that you get.
No.
Let me just double check the
Yeah.
reading for my own.
Barbarian diviner, man.
They just
Yeah.
they just get some weird stuff. So is it illusion or phantasm? Because if so, then I
Neither.
cannot detect
neither.
it. Okay,
It's
then
magic.
I can.
Yeah.
I can just detect any sort of magic, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's all
it's
it
kind of a
says
sixth sense sort of
on the
thing. So, like,
items.
you know, you get the hairs raised on the back of your neck and that sort of thing. So, yeah, there's no
Maybe.
outline. You're just something magical there.
It's easy
Yeah.
enough to see what this is, or what outline it is. We can just plunge it into the jelly stuff, and then it will harden around it.
I'm already in it. Hand it over.
Sure.
You
yeah,
hand
I'm
it to
trying
me.
No, wait, no, not handing it to you. Don't want an invisible grown wolf. That would be.
I did learn invisibility with a 10-foot radius.
Oh no. All right. Yeah. No. Sure. Yeah. Have this.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've-
you
I've
play
put
around
it
for a
with
my
bit.
memory.
It's a short sword, a scabbarded short sword.
Oh.
Is this lions?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I remembered. That's why I just because of the situation and how you had to find that was so messed up, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why it stuck out when you described the room. I'm like, oh shit, I remember this.
Okay. Well. So I lift up the goo-encrusted invisible short sword.
Which is just
And-
the goo encrusted short sword being lifted out of the air because they can't see you now.
Just like maybe some wrist to it that's also
Yeah.
dipped like
Yep.
Invisible Man mud style. Yeah. Okay, and
Wow.
so yeah, I step out and I place it on the floor and I poof back into existence.
That's impressive. So, can we take the short sword out of the scabbard?
You pick it up, you turn invisible, you pull the sword out, you become visible, but the sword itself is still invisible.
Oh, okay. That is interesting.
That seems useful to you, Mr. Sneaky Sneak.
I mean, yeah.
You
I
can
don't wanna cla-
stab
don't wanna-
people without them knowing you're armed.
Something you want to
That's out
take
of
to a
character.
something you want to take to a red wedding, you know.
Good thing I brought my red pants today.
Today I chose violence.
Hey, you've got pants. I thought you just had loincloth.
I just have a crusty loincloth right now that's not really moving. It's just staying pretty static, so things get a little weird when I start walking.
You crunch when you walk for a bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, the only problem that this weapon presents is that as long as you're bearing it in its sheath, you're invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, then I guess you walk around armed all the time.
Is there going to be
At the
like
moment.
some little like goblin following him in a minute or two, being like,
My
precious.
I don't see the problem. Just walk out with your sword out. What's the harm?
So I already have a short sword. So I take my short sword out of my scabbard and put the invisible one into the other scabbard.
Okay? The sword remains invisible, but you do not become invisible.
Hey, cool. Well, there we go.
Two scabbards,
Wait,
no
what
problems.
What if you
Yeah.
put the magic sword in the non-magic scabbard?
Yeah, that's what we just...
That's what I just did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought
I'll
you
put
put
the-
the real
put
in the
the-
magic.
Yeah, we'll do that the other way as well.
Yeah, it does nothing. It's the sword and the scabbard together that does the thing.
Well, there we go. That solves that chapter.
You know, I'm impressed. I don't often compliment you, Tristan, but I think you did a good thing here.
For your
This is
bookkeeping,
very
it is indeed called the Sword of Lions, Lyons. It is a short sword +1. The sword always remains invisible, but if you put it in its scabbard, you too become invisible.
Oh well.
It's an amazing item.
It's
I just want to
crazy.
say
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Especially for a rogue.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Great
god,
for anybody, but
yes.
great
Yep.
for a rogue.
The
Yeah.
fact that you can hold it and it's invisible, it's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not armed. Oops, I tripped. Shank.
Oops,
Why
all
stand
coup de
there with holding
grace.
fist?
Yeah.
Yeah, fist. Yeah, exactly. Well, you just walk around looking like you're. Oh no! Oh no! Don't stand outside the brothel like that.
Yes.
All right, so you guys have made it to the other end of the chamber. You've got this drying crud stuff on you that's making movement a little bit difficult, but the more you move, the more of it just kind of breaks off. So it looks like the corridor just continues down further on here. You going to keep the same marching order and explore on?
Works for me.
I mean, I can go invisible now, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well.
I mean, anybody can go invisible as well.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Also, I can cast invisibility in a 10-foot radius on all of us, and then when you step outside of it, you can remain invisible. And so it's like the dinghy on the invisibility ship. This is great.
They just tie the sword to one of the stalactites.
Oh man, that's gonna make a
You
bad
lose,
day
then
for an
you can't
adventuring
Be
party.
free.
Watch how fast that monster levels up.
And give him the ring between the ring of free action and the sword of invisibility. Let's
Yeah.
just stop him.
That's
He's the
somebody's
ultimate
next character.
scout. Ultimate scout.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So Tristan, if you're advancing up front here, there's a wider corridor, and then there's kind of this small switchback corridor that you see here. I'm going to say that you just go ahead and explore the area. It just all seems to come back to the same chamber, and there's a door here. This door is it's pretty solid wood, bound in iron.
When you say bound in iron, you just mean like the frame of the door?
And
Does
through
it
the
go
middle,
like it does?
yeah,
Okay.
through the middle. Yeah, it's just a reinforced door.
I look at one of the two stalactites I have. I'm like, I look
Wait.
at the door.
Wait, Patty. Wait. I'm feeling my own magics. Oh Lord, heaven take me. And I cast clairaudience to listen on the other side to see what's going on in the room.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to cast that and listen,
Yeah.
there's nothing. There's nothing on the other side of the door that's making noise.
I hear something that is nothing. There's nothing. There are no sounds on the other side of the door. I just cast the thing that lets me. You know I do that. And then I go, Patty, the bashing.
Are you before you do that? Are you sure it worked?
I think so. I'm usually pretty good at this. I mean, miscasts do happen to some magic users. Sometimes it's normal, but I think it went off.
All right. Okay.
I look at the sneaky one, and I point at the door, and I go, trap.
Oh, probably. I'll check it as well if you want. Yeah, sure. Check for find remove traps. If that's what we're looking for.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, definitely. That is.
It's not trapped, but it is locked or stuck. You can't tell which. It does have a lock, but other than that, it may or may not be locked, but it's definitely stuck. It's not freely opening.
I ram it with my stalactites.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just dual battering ramming.
All right.
Door.
Strength of 18, right? Is what you
Yeah.
got? Okay.
Do
Well,
we need to strap one to each of your forearms, and you can just use them to punch with?
Oh my god,
Oh,
like
yeah.
giant tonfa. Oh.
you ram the door with both of your creatures, and it sunders, breaking their poor little necks as they die in the bashing of your door.
It's fine. There's still rock, right?
But yeah,
I could still
the door
throw 'em or
bursts
something.
open and you tumble into this room. Stone room. The only thing interesting about it is that there's a rope hanging from the ceiling of the room, just kind of dangling in the air.
Just a rope, not
Yeah.
like a noose.
No, just a rope.
Okay.
Your little stalactite creatures, his little centipede-like feet, kind of jerk a few times and then just go limp.
Aw. No more tickle on the belly. Aw.
I missed that part the most. I'm still carrying them because they're really good artillery.
All right.
I'm gonna just look at the rope and look at the sneaky one and look at the rope and look at the sneaky one and point at the rope and go, trap.
Rope.
Hmm.
Does,
I mean, we
is-
can go over there and take a look.
Is it literally just hanging in midair?
No, it's attached to the ceiling and just hanging in. Yeah, it's hanging down to just around eyeball height or so.
How is it attached to the ceiling? Is it around a beam or something?
It's like a hook in the ceiling that it's attached to.
Oh,
Okay.
it's just a stairway. If we fall on it, then.
Is there any other like exits or entrances into this room?
Yeah, nothing that you see. Do you want to look around?
Yeah, I'll wander while they're looking at the rope.
All right, roll me a d6. Grown Wolf, have you entered the room?
yeah, and I was gonna say, like,
me-
if I don't...
Roll me a
if I-
d6.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a 5.
4.
Patty, you start looking around. You don't find anything else. Looks like it's just a dead-end room. Talina, have you stepped into the room?
Yeah.
Okay. What race are you?
Yeah, I'm human.
You're human. Okay. Fiber, are you in the room or out of the room?
I'll be in. Sorry.
You're going to be in? Okay. So Patty's kind of scouting around, seeing if she can find another entrance or exit. Comes up empty. Tristan, what are you doing?
I'm in the room at the moment. I'm examining the rope.
Okay. You're examining the rope?
Yep.
Okay. All right. If you're going to check for a trap, go ahead and give me a roll.
Sure. Apparently. Yeah. No, definitely not. Not
Yep.
that. It's not
And
trapped.
roll me a d6. Okay. It is a mechanism of some sort. Whether it's a trap or not, you're not sure. But you do notice that back wall is false.
Hey, Patty, how would you feel about if we tied your dead rock friends to the bottom of the rope and then let it anchor the rope down as we run in the opposite direction and see what happens?
Okay.
All right, so I try to rig that up and then drop it and run.
Okay. So you want to tie the rope thing, or the creature to the rope. All right. So its
Yeah.
weight pulls down on the rope, and two things happen. One, this door opens.
Okay.
It just lifts up into the ceiling. Second thing that happens is the entire floor drops.
Oh,
So all of you are dumped several feet. Everybody roll a d6. That's how much damage you take from the drop.
Okay.
And then everybody roll a d8 as you drop into a standing pool of acid for that much more
Oh.
damage.
oh.
Oh.
What are you doing?
It's rude. It's rude. This trap is rude.
All right, so you guys are all like knee deep in acid that's burning away at your clothing and your skin. You dropped about 15 feet up. The walls in here are scoured smooth. They're stone, but someone has taken time to smooth everything down so there are no finger grips. There's no easy handholds. And it's the entire floor that drops. So, like, there's no ledge. This whole section just...
Okay.
So you're
How low
staring
is
up
the
at the
drop?
bottom of a 15-foot pit.
15 feet.
Yeah. Now, this door,
Alright.
though, is still open. So there is a ledge there, and there is a ledge here. The door you came in, but it's 15 feet up.
All right. I still have one of my stalactite buddies, so
I have
I'm gonna.
rope. I have rope too.
Well, I'm
We
gonna
can-
yeet him there, like at the base, so we can climb onto it. Because you said the acid's only knee level, right?
The acid's about, up to your knees.
Yeah. So that would we could climb onto that out of the acid, and then
Well,
I'm gonna.
one of you could. There's not enough
Yeah.
room for everybody to climb up on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So I do that, and I climb onto it, and I take my mace, and I see that the walls are smooth, and I just, or not mace, maul, and I take them all, and I just bash like a rough spot
How-
right there, like a
How
little
tall
bit
are
up.
you?
I am 6'6", and the maul is 4 feet long. I'm aiming for maybe like
You-
a foothold halfway.
You
up.
actually could just put the tip of your maul onto one of the ledges, one of the doorways, and just kind of lift yourself up.
Oh,
and then we
okay.
could stepping stone, and you could lower them all and lift us out.
Am I smart enough to do that?
If you want to check, just make an intelligence check.
It's one off.
Or we could suggest it.
Yeah, so for this turn, I'm gonna smash the foothold halfway up.
You
Okay.
can see like the numbers swirling all of our faces as we look at the arc of your maul and the height of the ledge.
Well, what's everyone else doing while Patty has pulled himself out of the acid, but you guys are still knee deep in acid? What are you, the rest of you doing?
Let me think.
Screaming.
That would be a thing. Yeah, that would
So
be a
I
thing
have
to do.
I have iron spikes and a hammer.
Yeah.
So I might try to like
Spike
make a
and
quick
just
spike and
pull
stand
yourself
up.
up?
Yeah.
Okay, you do this so. We'll say that takes a segment to do. So,
Okay.
Drone Wolf pulls himself out of the acid. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to take my rope and tie around my around the pommel and the handguard of my two-handed sword. And that's probably all I can do this turn. But I was going to the idea is to throw it up into the hallway to try to wedge, hopefully get the long ways of the sword wedged between the door frame where I can start climbing up.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's gonna take two actions. So you're gonna get it all roped up this action. Tristan, what are you doing?
Well, I guess, I mean, I've still got that ironstone that allows me to, it says walk on water, so I don't know if it works on acid as well, but I might as well try it.
All right, toss it up. Yes, although the bottoms of your boots are still technically walking on the acid. So you're not
Right.
submerged in it, but your boots are still on it.
Alright.
Okay, that sounds good. Talina, what are
right
you
now.
doing?
Yes, other than screaming. I mean, if I'm in pain, I guess that's all I can do.
Okay, everyone else is scurrying to get themselves out of this knee-deep acid, so nothing Talina can think of to get out of it. At
Yeah,
least a
no.
little.
No, I will go over to the side by the wall,
Uh-huh.
over there where the other people are, to get myself out of the middle of it or whatever.
All right, so it's pretty much
So-
knee deep for the entire bottom of this pit. So you can't climber onto the stalactite thing because Patty's just too big. He's taking up the whole thing. Grown Wolf has put a piton into the rock and it's just enough to get him up out of the acid. Tristan is literally standing on the very top of it as the soles of his boots sizzle. Fiber is roping up his sword, ready to throw it like a grappling hook. So there's really not anyone else's solution that you can ride on.
other than Patty, can I get on his back?
Oh, well, good. You want it, Patty? You want to give her a
I
lift?
tell him, I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
throw me up there, throw me up there.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, then everyone except for Thyber take 1 point of damage as the acid continues to eat through your clothes. You still got to get it off of you. Tristan, it's eating through the bottom of your soul, so you're getting a little bit from that. Thyber, however, roll a d8. That's how much more acid damage you take. Okay. Next round, Thyber, make me a dex check.
Yes.
Okay.
Out of-
You successfully
15.
hurl your sword up. Which entrance did you want to grapple? Like,
I figure the door one's the only one that's going to work.
okay. So the entrance where you came in here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do
Because I
that.
know that has walls there that will wedge against.
Right. Sounds good. So back up to Patty then. You got a rider on your shoulders, holding her out of the acid.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask him to give me a boost me up. You know, cup his hands, do the cup hand thing, and throw me up.
I actually just tell you to stand on the top of the mall because it's like cinder block sized, and I just kind of like lift you up with the mall over the top. But also after I do that, for like my move / free action, I just want to like undo my loincloth so it falls off my body and stops burning me, and I'm
Yeah.
just butt ass naked now, just butt fucking naked.
Only article of clothing that Patty wears.
Yeah, because you said clothing and you said everyone except Thybar. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
my loincloth has got to go.
Still burning your skin though, so you've got to find a way to rinse it off. But do you want to climb out as well? Or well, no, you're taking your action to throw off your.
I'm
your
gonna,
loincloth.
yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then like after I throw it off, just have my hand out behind me for someone else to come
Okay.
up so I can hoist them over.
All right, Fiber, you're climbing out. Tristan, the soles of your boots are quickly being eaten through. Drone Wolf, you're kind of clinging to the edge of the wall on this one
hanging
little
out. Yeah.
piton.
Yeah.
Patty's holding out her hand. His hand? Does anybody want to take his hand or?
I'm probably gonna try to reach up rock climber style from the piton because
Okay.
it looks like everybody else has something going on besides me, who's just kind of hanging out.
Okay. Do you have climbing or
I do
mountaineering?
not. I don't
Okay.
think.
Just make me a
Tristan does.
dex check then to see if you can
Okay.
do this without falling off.
Okay. I do. I have
Okay.
a 16 dex and I rolled a 7.
And so, which entrance are you climbing up closest to, or are you on either side of the entrance?
I would. You know what? I was running away, so I'm guessing I might be on the wrong side.
Okay. Well, Fiber's going up to this one. This is the secret one that was revealed here, which is what Patty and Talina.
Oh, okay.
are
Well, I
heading
was
for.
reaching for Patty, so I guess that
So,
side. Then.
all right. So you're coming up the side of
Yeah.
this. Okay, that's fine. You make it. So you're
Okay.
right around the door as well. Tristan.
I mean, I'm heading towards where Patty is as
Okay,
well.
then
because-
Patty will give you a boost up. You'll get through onto the doorway as well. Okay, so guys, everybody take 1 point of damage as the acid continues to eat at your skin. What do you want to do? You're all out of the pit now, but the acid's still on your skin and continues to burn.
Yeah, start stripping. I start stripping.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my
Yep.
water skin and start trying to wash it off.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fiber, yeah, that works. You squirt down the skin. If it's the only water skin you have, make sure to mark off that you've just exhausted it here. Talina is taking off armor. Tristan, your toes are showing through the bottom of your boots.
Take off my shoes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hoist myself up
Yes.
after everyone else is out, and I'm gonna roll around in the dirt and see if that like.
Well, that's just it.
Helps.
There's no dirt here. This is definitely a
Oh.
man-hewn passage. It's just stone floors.
Oh. Okay, I don't have any like water on me or anything. I don't have anything on me but my weapons. So
I
I'm
carry-
just, like,
I carry a water skin too, so if I
Okay.
can, I'll dump on the both of us once I'm in my skivvies.
Okay.
alright, I give myself a hobo bath.
Yeah.
How many skins of water do you have?
I think I only. Well, you know what? I only marked down one.
Okay.
So.
That's fine. It'll use it up. It does dilute it enough. Fiber was already
Okay.
doing the same. Tristan, you're taking your boots off.
I'm gonna shoot both boots off. Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
So after a bit of working on it, you guys are able to flush all the acid off of you.
I watched Tristan's feet like Jesus washing the feet of the apostle.
You should dry his feet with your hair like Mary Magdalene. You know.
That's right, yeah.
God.
What kind of armor was Talina wearing?
I'm sorry.
What kind of armor was Talina wearing?
A studded leather.
Studded leather. Okay. Your armor is unfortunately pretty much ruined as the leather continues to be eaten away by the acid, but you're fine. So you're in your small clothes. It didn't seem to get through. The leather was thick enough to protect most of it. That initial damage was from the splashing that got on you. Fiber, what kind of armor were you wearing?
I'm wearing splint, I believe. Yeah, splint.
Splint. Okay. Your armor is somewhat damaged, but it's still serviceable. Splint's got a lot of leather belts and such on it, so some of your belts got eaten through, but for the most part, it's salvageable. Tristan, your boots are toast. You probably have those long, like over your calf kind of boots. They're just gone.
I don't think I can continue adventuring.
Grown Wolf, you were just in cloth, right?
Yeah.
All right,
so in my head canon, I'm poo bearing. I just tore off the bottom,
Yeah.
and I've just got a top on now.
Okay, yeah, that works. You just tore it off at the waist.
Yeah. Yep. I'm just, hi everyone.
Yeah, got your small cloth on and torn up robe. Okay, so you guys are kind of bad appearance here, and Fiber's on the other side of the room. Everyone else is on the secret door side, and you see it just kind of goes down into a long passage here. What do you do? And I assume at this point also, Tristan, your torch has long since been lost.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what, Thybor? We could try to rig a rope or something across, or you could go to the stalactite room and just throw enough of those dumb assholes into the acid that you create a path.
Now, did the floor drop into the acid itself
Yes.
and it's gone, or is this going to be reset?
The whole thing is hinged, and so it fell on your side. You want to try and find some kind of mechanism to reset it. Now, okay, so picture this. The middle of the room, that rope is still dangling with that stalactite weighing it down. It's the only mechanism that you can actually see.
Get rid of the stalactite. It might reset.
Yeah,
So
shoot
we
the
should try
rope with an
shooting it.
arrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like 20 feet into the room. It's 30 feet across.
All I'm saying is magic missile totally, definitely always hits. This poor stalactite's been used as a battering ram, an anchor, and target practice.
The monster looks at the camera and just mouths, "Kill me now."
It's already dead.
I was merely unconscious.
Yes, I'll ask Tristan, is there, what am I looking for to reset this?
I
That's easy
don't
picking.
know. I mean, first of all, not pulling on the rope, so I guess we got to have the stalactite thing dead. Or, sorry, not dead, untied from the rope, but beyond that, I mean, it could be anything. I mean, I didn't even see it was trapped.
Apparently.
They're all thinking, note to self, hire new thief.
I mean, again, we could shoot it. I like that idea,
Yeah.
Tristan.
I mean, if the worst comes to the worst, then I guess we could, like, somehow tie a rope around the floor at the bottom and pull it up if it's on hinges, like Thybor says.
Probably very heavy, but not the worst idea.
That's the only idea I've got.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's better than my no idea.
I'm not sure it is.
Well, which one of you people that are good with the shooty shoots wants to try to take a pot shot at this poor dead thing?
I look at my maul. I don't think it'll reach.
Right, I got a longbow. I can.
Sure. Yeah, just take
I
a
can't
shot.
see actually. It's dark.
Oh, yeah, there is that. Yeah.
If we got another torch or something, that would
Did
help. Otherwise,
Talina have a lantern?
I
He had
had
a-
a
he had a
lantern,
torch.
but it's down there. It's probably come.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now you have
now.
all your other gear, so if you've got any other form of light, you still have it with you.
Yeah, I have oil pouches, but that's it. I've got some flasks.
Mm.
You can burn
Doesn't
Grown Wolf's
matter.
discarded piece of robe.
Yeah, I've got flint
Everybody
and steel, so
Is there a corner you can get around? I can see, but I'm going to be shooting arrows towards you.
Yeah, there's a corner. You guys can round that corner right there.
okay,
yeah. All right then.
perfect.
All right, Thiber, take a
I
shot.
can see it.
AC 5 to hit this rope and cut the thing off the end. Yeah, I think that does it.
13 gets an AC 1.
Yeah, sure enough, and it did more than enough damage to cut the rope. So once the weight is off the rope, yes, the floor is like spring loaded, slams back closed, but so does the door here. So the door slams shut, but the floor is back.
I run back and I grab my stalactite from the floor.
Too late.
Oh, you said it slammed shut immediately.
Yep, this
So
slammed
he-
shut.
Oh, did he like roll under the hinge before it slammed shut?
Oh well, your
the one from the
stalactite was down in the acid, right?
There was another one on the rope.
Oh no,
that
yeah.
was
There's no
weighing
way
it
you could
down.
have. There's no way you could have rescued that. It just fell straight
Okay.
down into the acid.
Okay. Okay.
And I think we're actually on the other side of the door potentially.
Yeah,
I
you
think
guys are
Thiber
on this
might be
side.
alone.
Thiber's over here, and the door slammed shut, but the
Oh,
floor's
yeah,
back.
The door's shut. Okay.
Does the
So
door
the
have
floor-
any
it was fine
mechanism?
to walk around in there until the rope was pulled, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to yell across if... Oh, can you open the door? From your side.
Can he hear us on the other side?
Yes. Like, you can
how-
hear him just fine. Yeah.
How the door slammed shut, down or up?
From the top down.
Can I try and lift it?
You sure can. You actually have something called bin bars lift gates as a part of your strength.
Yeah, I do.
And now you're properly motivated.
Oh,
I
wow.
succeed.
Okay.
Nice.
Patty just reaches down and hurls that thing right back up.
Unfortunately,
Good, yeah.
triggering the mechanism and plummeting Thiber. No.
Back into
That's
the
why I did not
acid.
go in the room because I wanted to make sure the door didn't do exactly that.
Yep.
I got
The floor did not fall.
Okay.
By him opening the door this way.
Okay. I'll gather my stuff up and run across as quickly as possible.
Yes.
Come on, leader.
You run like you have an army of stalactite creatures behind you. No, you pass just fine. So everybody's on this side now, breathing heavily in this corridor. Most of you naked, or very close to naked, and that seems like a fine place to stop for the night.
Oh,
Sounds right.
Oh, amazing! We got through 2 rooms. Awesome.
I'm a little worse for the wear too. I'm down to 14 out of 70.
Yeah, no one's taking time to
great.
really heal up, and you're
No.
taking a lot of damage. So
I mean, how do we do that? We only get one back a day, don't we?
normal healing is 1 a day.
Yeah.
plus con.
Plus con. Yep, indeed.
Yeah.
Magical
We can
healing
use-
is a good thing.
We could use 4 rerolls to give us all a hit die.
You could do that.
That is true.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
we want to do that before we end?
Or
I
we want to
could-
do it at the beginning of next time.
Yeah, either one is fine. You've got them banked. They don't go away until you use them. So I'm
That's fair.
good.
We'll save it.
So we'll
Yeah,
go ahead and
put
stop
them-
there for the night, guys. Oak, anything you want to plug?
Yeah, you can catch me here on Tuesdays, and then Friday nights I play some Homebrew 5e, and Saturday nights starting at midnight I run my Grimdark 5e Homebrew. So you can catch me on Twitch and YouTube there.
Very good. Yeah. Richard.
Are you an asshole? Do you want to play D&D? Play as a druid. You can shapeshift into a cat, and everybody will just think it's fine. You can watch me playing video games here on Twitch under LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, limited time.
offer.
No vowels. Exactly.
Oh, wonderful. Hey, Dion, what do you got going on?
Oh, wow. Hi. I stream every now and then eventually on Twitch under Substances Used. But beyond that, I just really like playing D&D with my friends. Except Richard.
I'm a super friend.
Yeah. Qualifier made.
Friendin, what do you got going on?
I like to play in this game with Richard. I'm just drawing stuff on Twitch. Friend in Twitch, blah blah blah. Thanks for having me, Bert. Always fun.
And Jeff.
And I got nothing. I got terrible internet. I'm gonna go to T-Mobile and get one of those little things just for the downstairs. Don't tell my wife. Don't tell my kids. It's gonna be my internet by myself.
It's a business expenditure, totally
Yeah.
legitimate. Well, here I dropped the link for Evil DM Productions on Drive-Thru RPG. That'll link everybody out to the fine games that Jeff has developed. And yeah,
you
well,
can be my research partners. That's why I'm spending the money. So
that's right. This is all
Nice.
research, guys. And of course, if you find our channel, you know that we are at twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder. Check us out this Friday. We got some BX Dungeons and Dragons going on. This Sunday is Shadowrun using the Powered by the Apocalypse system. There might be something else this week. I'm not sure yet, but there might be a stray game or something fun. And
Nice.
check out the podcast at BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com. There's 11 plus years of goodness in there. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Very much appreciated. Sorry for the technical difficulties. There's a period there where you could not hear either myself or the players. And, well, that's just
It was the best
how
part of the
goes. It was the best. It was the
show,
most
wasn't it?
amazing things happened.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.
are we
Night.
gonna-
Bye.